Hey, Mallory.
Hi.
Are you ready for your 23 questions?
As ready as I'll ever be.
That one doesn't count as a question.
Ah.
All right, here we go. Tell me about a typical day for Mallory.
Oh my goodness. Where do I start? So wake up. I have coffee before the kids wake up. PJ and I talk for a little bit about our day, and then we get the kids up. We get them ready for their virtual school. Remy does his virtual school in the dining room. Rye does it in his room, and then PJ goes to work. And then I do the daily things like help with school, clean the house, hang out, and usually leave to go teach a yoga class in the afternoon or at night. And then we come home, we make dinner, watch a little bit of TV, play video games, put the kids to bed, and then we hang out for a little bit, and then we go to bed
And do it all over again the next day.
every single day.
What's the best part of being a mom?
Oh, there's so many good parts. Watching your children grow up to be awesome people.
Oh, that's sweet. I know you've got a special challenge with Riley.
Yes.
What's something that's taught you?
Um, no matter how big I think my problems are, they're very minuscule compared to his.
It's cool. What musical artist are you currently obsessed with?
Taylor Swift.
Ah, that warms my heart.
And Rihanna.
What's one thing people would be surprised to learn about you?
I have battled a chronic illness for 15 years.
And what is that?
Lupus and kidney disease.
Does yoga help with that?
Yoga has been definitely the outlet, the healing tool, everything that I could have asked for to put me into remission for the last 8 years.
That's amazing. What's your very first yoga memory?
I was terrified to go to a class. At home, I bought books and did YouTube videos, and I was learning self-taught. And then I popped into Sunshine's grand opening over on Cooper, and brought my family with me because I was so scared. And we went in and met Lynn, and it wasn't very scary. She invited me to class because I'd signed up for teacher training, never had taken a yoga class. And I was like, well, I guess I have to go to class now. And so I went and I sat in my car, and I almost left, but I went in and I was like, I never looked back.
When did you decide you wanted to teach yoga?
I was coaching gymnastics, and I really loved the physical aspect of it. I kind of grew up in that environment, and it wasn't fulfilling enough for me. I didn't want to work with kids, and I've always been pulled towards yoga, but not more so of the physical part, and that's the key I was missing to put my practice into action.
What's the best thing about being a yoga teacher?
Getting to meet so many cool people and hear their journeys, their stories, their life, and getting to share with them, and them being able to confide in me and, celebrate wins, share griefs, just getting to know all the people.
What's the worst thing about being a yoga teacher?
Not being able to take all the yoga classes.
What's your favorite movie when you were a girl?
Okay, there's 3 of them. The Sound of Music, The Wizard of Oz, and Grease.
Ah, that's cool. What's one song you were dying to perform an aerial routine to?
Okay, so definitely Exile by Taylor Swift, and then anything from a Stars Born soundtrack.
Good, you've got lots lined up. So, you used to teach gymnastics.
Yes.
What's something that teaching gymnastics and teaching yoga have in common?
Definitely making sure no one gets hurt. Instructing wise, going through the motions, projecting your voice, kind of commanding that attention in the room, and being able to help people evolve.
You were a cheerleader in high school.
Yes.
Tell me a great cheerleading story.
Oh man, there's a lot of those. So this is one of my favorite ones. My friend and I were at cheer camp, and we were supposed to be uniformed, but we were the rebels. We didn't want to listen to anybody, so we put our hair in pigtails, and we got in a lot of trouble. And just one more funny story. We kind of had a war going on in our cheer squad. It was, E squad against the other squad, and we were all on the same squad. And when we would go up into stunts, sometimes we would fall.
Because you would sabotage each other?
No, nobody wanted. It was a fun cheer squad. We'll say that.
I feel like you're not saying things because you don't want to have to testify later.
This is so true.
What's your non-yoga related hidden talent?
I wouldn't call it a talent, but I love to sing.
I won't make you do that right now. What's the last thing that made you cry?
My son breaking his femur.
Which was yesterday. What's the last thing that made you laugh until you couldn't stop?
Oh my goodness, what was it? Anything that PJ and I talk about, we usually turn into a joke. And he always says, I tell one funny joke a day, and I'm done the rest of the day. And he laughs while saying this. He laughs all the time. So I know it's not true.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Loud noises and chewing.
When they're together, it's the worst.
Yeah, together, separate, it's really bad. Together, it's like sensory overload.
What's your favorite way to spend what little downtime you have?
Laying in bed.
What's your best habit?
I'm very organized and motivated.
What's your worst habit?
I can be a control freak.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
Best advice. Probably dust if you must. From Lynn Rozak.
I love it. What's your favorite yoga pose and why?
My favorite yoga pose. I would have to say it is Dragonfly Twist. I love Dragonfly Twist because you really get to engage all of your muscles. You really get to feel that lifting up of the body. The twist just feels so good. And then if I had to say another one, it would be Shavasana.
If you could go back in time, what's some advice you would give your 16-year-old self?
I would tell her everything's going to be fine. Don't take it so seriously. Slow down and you'll make it.
That's 23 questions, Mallory. Thanks.
That went by so fast.